Hello, my name's Katie and welcome to this clothes reevaluation video. So I have a lot of clothes that are, let's face it, getting pretty rancid and probably needed to be retired years ago, but for various reasons, mostly sentimental, I've just kept on wearing them. So I thought making this video might help me to finally make the decision to retire them, and I would share it with you. Let's have a look. So just to give some context to this, I've historically divided my clothes up into 6 different categories, which I've talked about in a previous video, but I'll just list them on the screen here in case you are curious about it. So the category I'm going to be looking at today is the casual staying at home clothes, which are the ones obviously that I only wear at home, and that's usually because they're too rancid and gross and ratty to wear out of the house without great embarrassment. I would call them loungewear, except I don't really do that much lounging around. These are the clothes that I wear to do everything that you do at home, which includes cooking, cleaning, gardening, doing art, cuddling the cat, all that kind of stuff. And they're clothes that you really don't mind that if they get stained or ripped, because that's just going to happen in the course of everyday life. And some of them have gotten so worn because of me doing that stuff in my everyday life, and others are just so old that they're literally falling apart. But I'll show you. So most of the clothes are tops. I've got 2 pairs of pants and a few socks. I'll do the pants first. Now most of my staying at home pants are quite new, so I know they're okay, but there's just 2 pairs that I think need to be reevaluated. So there's these pants, which I got from ASOS a while back. You know that trend to wear like loose, flowy, soft pants when that first came in? I bought a pair of them and they were just a bit too casual. This was in the times before everyone had to stay at home for a couple of years, and now no one cares what they wear. Yeah, I just felt like I was wearing my pajama pants when I was going out. So I started wearing them just at home, and then, to be fair, they did last several years, and then like this started to happen in the back. Oh dear. So they have quite a few holes along the seam line now, and the bottom hems are really coming apart as well. But they're still pretty cute pants. I don't think they're worth repairing, but I do like the pattern. It's got this cute hearts pattern on it, so I might save it and put it in my scraps bag. So I might save it and put it in my scraps bag in case I want to use bits of the fabric for patching other things or whatever. So that can go over there. The second pair of pants, they're more like a 3/4 length pair of pants, and I got them from eBay, I think, because I just wanted something like extremely cheap, and I bought them especially just to wear at home, so I didn't really care what they look like. But as soon as they arrived, I realized the fabric was very, very thin, and only after a couple of wears the pattern started to wear away, if you can see that, and then holes started to develop again on that center seam. They're still functional, like the elastic is still fine, but they're just not nice to wear. And I don't like black, everybody knows that. I don't know, I feel meh about them. Even at home, do I deserve to wear clothes that I feel meh about? No, I don't think so. And I have several pairs of newer pants. I mean, the pattern, it's okay, but I wouldn't really reach for it as my first choice if I was going to, say, create a patch or something. So I actually think I'm going to put it in the rag bag and use it for, I don't know, cleaning the house or whatever you use rags for, really. Now I'll just really quickly do the socks. I know socks aren't as interesting. Oh, did I mention? I bought some new socks. So at the end, I'll do a little sock haul for you. I did have a lot of socks, but a lot of them have gotten holes in them. So just checking to see if they have any holes in them, which they usually appear in the heel and sometimes the toe. That one's fine. I'm gonna have to fold all these back up again later. These are, they're getting a bit thin, but they're okay. These ones, they're quite old, but they seem to still be fine. Oh, these ones are okay. Oh no, there's a hole in that one. Uh-oh. These socks, I have about 5 that have like the size embroidered in them. I have a sock story, I know, it's sad. When we went on our trip to Europe, I bought a pack of 5 cheap pairs of socks because I needed some socks from C&A, I think. And they all had the size embroidered on the instep, is that what it's called? And so that's how I know which ones they are. And so they're kind of like a little souvenir, and every time I put a pair on, it reminds me of my trip. It's nice. We went to Europe in 2010, so these socks have lasted a really long time. Like, they're only just starting to get holes in them, and some of them still don't have holes. Yeah, so I'm really impressed with them, actually. Oh, these ones have holes as well. Away they go. So when I do my washing, I use these things to hold the socks together. You just like thread them through the bit there, and they have a special bit in the middle so you can hang them on the line as well. And that keeps the socks together so they don't get lost in the wash. But yeah, if you can get a hold of these, I recommend them. They're generic brand. Not sponsored, just enthused. These ones are summer socks. They're anklets. I'm not really fond of anklets because I have narrow heels and they tend to fall down into the back of my shoe as I'm walking, and then I get blisters on my heel, so I don't even know why I'm keeping any of them. And this is another pair of anklet socks, which are... the elastic has completely gone on the top of these, so there's no hope for them. I mean, the colour is quite cute. I really like this pastel yellow and pink combo, but they're no good as socks anymore. What can you do, really? Rag bag? I guess. Alright, so now onto the main course. All my t-shirts. Now these are just the t-shirts that I wear at home. I have plenty of other t-shirts. These are designated home only for various reasons that I'll go into. Maybe I'll go from least embarrassing to most embarrassing. How's that? This is a top. It's pretty cute. It's got like stars on it. It's got a few paint stains, but otherwise there's no holes or anything, so that's staying. I'll put the ones that are staying here so you can see that pile. This is just a normal t-shirt. It's incredibly old. Either it shrank in the wash or it just became ever so slightly too small for my liking. It still does fit. It's just like a little bit tight and short for the style of clothes I prefer to wear. It's just got a few small holes near the bottom, which will be easy to patch up. But aside from that, the structural integrity is really good, so that's a stayer. Next up is this top. This top, it's really cute. It's actually a pajama top, and it's got a little cap sleeve, and it's got this cute gathered detail and buttons on the bodice. But the reason why I didn't wear it as a pajama top is because it has these metal rivets on the inside where the buttons are, and also these ones on the side at the hem. And when I was in bed at night, the cold metal would like touch my skin, and on cold nights I couldn't sleep. Because my arm would be brushing up against the one on the side, and the one on the front would be touching my skin. Yeah, I couldn't get to sleep, so I decided to wear it during the day instead. And for a while I wore it as a normal top, and then I think it just sort of migrated to the at-home category for some reason. It's only got a few small stains, but I think it's fine. So this one has a, I bought it to support a podcaster who was selling merch, but I don't really like the motif on it, but I bought it anyway, so I'm not going to show you. I bought it only to support that podcaster. It's a pretty good quality t-shirt. It's like quite thick fabric and it's long. It's good to wear in colder weather, but just because of the motif, I wouldn't wear it out of the house. So it's a stayer, but I might try maybe altering it one day. We'll see. This t-shirt, oh gosh, this t-shirt, alright. So it's a pink t-shirt with stripes, pretty standard. One time when I was going to an event straight after work and I wanted to wear something a bit more casual, and I had an urge to buy some clothes, so I went to the Big W in the city. The range was just woeful, just pathetic. This was the only top in my size that I didn't hate on sight. And I didn't love it either. It was alright. I bought it anyway, even though I didn't like it that much. And I wore it a couple of times and I thought, it's just a bit, I don't know, the length looked weird on me. The stripes, I don't know, it just didn't make my heart sing. So I decided to only wear it at home. But aside from that, it's still like in really good nick. No holes or anything, so that's a stayer. Oh, this t-shirt. Many years ago, when I sewed a lot more than I do now, I altered this t-shirt, upcycled it I guess. I had some scraps left over from another blue t-shirt, and I just mucked around with sewing them on. So there's this patch around the neckline, the sleeves and the bottom at the back. And then just did some different interesting sewn on lines with all over it. And the grunge baby in me really loves the way that it's frayed out along the hems. So it's cool. It's got some stains, but it doesn't have any holes, so, you know, it's still trucking along. And every time I wear it, it just reminds me of how I am creative and I do try new things and experiment, and so that's staying. And similarly, this t-shirt, I decorated this one myself also many years ago. I put on this stencil on the front and also on the back. I used to wear it to work on casual day, and sometimes people would compliment me on it. And I'd say I decorated it myself, and oh, that's so cool. And so every time I wear it, I remember those nice little moments. So just recently I cut off the ribbing at the neckline and the sleeves just a couple of weeks ago because it was annoying me. So it's still in the process of being renovated, and it has these kind of bleach stains or something on it. I don't know, but they look kind of cool. It's just nice to wear something that it's a little bit different, that you've altered yourself, which is the whole point of upcycling, I guess. So that's a stayer. Okay, now we're getting down to the tough ones, the really rancid ones. I've got two t-shirts here which are the same, just in different colours, and they're featured in the channel before because they are my absolute all-time favourite t-shirts. And this one I've even tried to patch up in one of my previous videos, and you can see like there's blue patches in parts of it, but more and more holes are developing, and they're just getting bigger and bigger, and just because they're so old, the fabric is wearing away, and every time I wear and wash them, the holes get bigger. And of course there's some paint stains on it as well. But I just can't say goodbye. And the reason is because when husband and I visited Japan, I took these two t-shirts with me and I wore them several times, obviously washing them in between while we were on our holiday. And that was in 2008. So these are really old. Every time I put them on or even look at them in the cupboard, they remind me of our trip and how amazing it was, and just the little moments. Yeah, and also the fact they look so cute on me. Like they've got this gather that I like, and the lace on the bodice, and the little cap sleeves that I like. I just don't want to say goodbye, you know. For a while now I've been thinking maybe I could try and recreate this to make a top in this style. I'll make a pile for things that I really shouldn't wear anymore but don't want to throw away. Okay, we're down to the last couple. This one's pretty embarrassing. So this used to be a white t-shirt. I went through this phase, I don't know why, where I would wear white t-shirts with like a patterned skirt. It was like my signature look for a little while, even though I am well known for spilling food all over myself at every meal. And this t-shirt had so many stains on it, it was embarrassing. So I thought I'll try dyeing it and see what happens. I just plain dyed it, but for some reason it came out with this mottled pattern, which was really cool, and I was so happy about it. This was like 15 years ago. 20 years ago. So I've been wearing it ever since, and it gradually worked its way down to the too ratty to wear out of the house category. And then recently it's developed this in the back, just spontaneously. It's embarrassing, really. And look at that, oh my gosh. And there's all these holes in the shoulders because when I cuddle my cat, he puts his paws over my shoulders and then kneads and then rips holes in the fabric. A lot of my clothes have holes in the shoulders because of that, but it's so cute. I really love this t-shirt. I actually had an idea that maybe I could alter it. If I wore like a contrasting colour top underneath, it would look pretty cool. Maybe I'll cut off the sleeves or something, and it could be like it's green, so maybe like a eco-punk grunge look. I don't know. So I'll put it in this pile with the ones I can't bear to part with but probably should stop wearing. Okay, we're down to the last t-shirt. Now this one has a special story. I got it when I was at uni. This was many, many moons ago, more moons ago than I would care to admit. Now, I didn't get it, I didn't buy it. I lived on campus in the dorms, and there was a laundry room that all the students shared, and there was a lost and found basket. And there was an unofficial rule that if you saw something in the basket, wait a week, and if the owner hasn't picked it up, then you can have it. And I never saw anything in my size. Never, ever, ever, ever. Except like single socks, but you know, what can you do with those? And then one day I saw this t-shirt. Obviously it wasn't in this state. It was like nearly new at the time. So this was still in the basket after a week. So I made it my own, and it was like a gift from the heavens for someone of my size to have a laundry room lost and found treasure. And so it was very precious to me, and I wore it a lot. I really like the contrasting green colour around the neckline, and it's a V neckline, and it has the small motif on the front and a large motif on the back. And I'd never heard of Mizuno baseball team, but I didn't care. I just wanted to wear it. Over the years, the fabric became thinner and thinner, and then holes started to develop, and there's holes like all the way around. You can't really see them, but there's tiny holes all the way around the edge of the motif as well. but I can't say goodbye because it has those memories attached to it. I'm a big sucker for that kind of thing. And I don't even think I could cut the motifs off and use them as patches because the fabric is so thin and worn. So I don't know. I'll put it in the pile with the other precious ones and decide later. Doing great. So I've got 2 pairs of pants and 4 t-shirts that I can't wear anymore or shouldn't wear anymore. And I don't know if the ones that are left over are enough. So these are the clothes I wear most often, and there's only 7 of them left. And this one I would only wear in colder weather anyway. So, and this one's quite thick as well. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I'll let you know in a future video. So now the moment we've all been waiting for, my little mini sock haul. So I was at Big W the other day and I happened to see socks that were on sale for 5 pairs for the price of 4. I'd known in the back of my mind that there were some socks that I would have to retire at some point in the near future. So I thought it would ease the pain a bit if I bought some new ones. So we've got these puppies. This one's a bit different. It's got hearts. This adorable green one with llamas. This one is cool. It's got spaceships on it. And this one has, what is that, a bandicoot? I don't know, but it's cute. So I'm looking forward to breaking the seal on those and using those in the near future. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this little trip down memory lane and looking at some of my incredibly old and embarrassing clothes. As always, please like, subscribe, thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for watching. I think you're amazing and I hope you have a great day or evening. Bye!